Shall we begin?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Good evening and welcome to our 10th anniversary celebration at Inspiron Toastmasters. I would like to welcome our club coaches. We have DTM Bharti Shevgur, DTM Veera Gatpatia. We have our area director, area F4 director, DTM Jyotika Shetty. We have a chartered member, a chartered president, Suresh Mattais. Welcome to you, sir. And
Thank you.
we have guests, presidents of different clubs, members of different clubs, uh, district leaders, and our very own members. A warm welcome to you all. Few do's and don'ts before we begin our meeting. Please be seated in a peaceful, comfortable position in a peaceful atmosphere. Good internet connection. Refrain yourself on talking on topics like sex, religion, and politics. Please be on mute when you're not talking. You can use the reaction button to applaud the speaker. Um, with that being said, I would like to read out the mission of Toastmasters International. We empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. So I would like to tell you all how I learned about, how I knew about Toastmasters. Back in 2009, when I was a student in Agnes, we had a president named Trishma Pinto. So hope a few of you know her here now. Uh, I was reading college magazine, so I read an article written by her where she mentioned how Toastmasters has helped her to become a good communicator, and I really appreciate her. I really loved her because she was a great leader. She was a president of our college, and actually, I admired her for an entire year. How the way she spoke, the way she managed everything, and I really liked it. So, out of so many articles, I read her article just to though it was Toastmasters and I didn't know nothing about it. I felt it was for elite speakers and a different community or as such. I actually didn't know what Toastmasters was. And one in 2018, Smita just called me and told me, let us meet at Valencia IIPP. And I didn't ask her any other questions. I met her there and I saw Amit with a broad smile welcoming me. I asked her what's going on. She told me, keep quiet and sit quietly. That's all you have to do. And talk when you have to talk. Initially, I was a little embarrassed. I don't know these people. I don't know what's happening. And I don't know. I didn't know anything. But luckily, then after when this told me this is Toastmaster, this is how things are, I remembered me reading what Rishma had written, how Toastmasters had helped her. So um, from then on, I joined Toastmasters, and I realized one thing in Inspiron: they're very cordial. You can never say to no to Amit. Okay, so they're very cordial. So I joined Inspiron Toastmasters especially because of Amit. I remember talking to him when I was in the hospital. My mom was hospitalized. In between Amit calls, and all of a sudden my mood is fine, and I talk to Amit. And then I joined Inspiron Toastmasters. That's how I joined Inspiron Toastmasters. Being here, I realized one thing: whatever the situation is, don't give up. This year we started with around 11 members, and now we have 30 members. And so everyone has worked hard for it, and especially Amit, our club coaches. Uh, the artwork which is put in is tremendous to see. And then I remember Amit saying, "Don't worry, things will be fine." So never give up attitude. Be very cordial whatever you're tensed, whatever it is, it's okay. Keep calm. And there are a lot of things after that. I never felt like changing the club, and this is me. I'm now at present it's almost 2.5. I'm 2.5 since 2.5 years I'm in Toastmasters, and I still love it. I still love being here. So with that being said, please help me welcome the immediate past president Toastmaster Ashrita to felicitate the new board and announce the new board members. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashrita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fiona.
for that lovely introspection. And I guess whatever you said is so true. So let me just keep it short, which is usually one of the principles in Inspiron. Well, we would like to uh, thank, I think, our EXCOM members of 20 and of 2020, 21, who have brought the club to greater heights. Well, it usually works out when the captain of the ship is really strong enough and he's having a lovely uh, executive committee member who supports him in every inch of the way. So a big thank you to the outgoing. I mean, you're still not outgoing as yet, but let me just put it that way. So the outgoing members in another week or so, President Fiona, VP Education, Toastmaster Amit, VP PR, Toastmaster Ishwar Kiran, uh, Treasurer, Toastmaster Sharath, Secretary, Toastmaster Jeevan Bharat, the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Zina, the VP membership, Toastmaster Royal. And I would take the pleasure to invite the new members of our of the year 2021-22 with a big round of applause. We do not know whether we can hear the applause, but at least we can welcome them. Our new president, who will be installed and on the ceremony next week. That is, I don't know whether we can have a spotlight at Toastmaster Royal, who's the president, Toastmaster Royal. VP Education, Toastmaster Larson, VP Membership, Toastmaster Sandhya, VP Public Relation, Toastmaster Maithili, our Secretary, Toastmaster Suman, Treasurer, Toastmaster Amita, and Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Supriya. A very, very, I can say, good luck to all of you all, because this is going to be hell of a ride and it is going to be one hell of a learning experience. So a very warm welcome also to the guests who have joined Inspiron. This is a small family which is going to teach you a lot. Believe me, whatever Fiona said in the beginning, it's like a small family. When it is offline, it is much more fun. So even the online meetings are also fun, but do join us and let us just take this year. Probably we will be having some offline meetings. The venue has been uh, probably in BM College, if all our members and the guests know about it. Thank you so very much, and I hand over it back to Toastmaster Fiona, our President, Toastmaster Fiona. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashrita. So we have the Toastmaster of the day. I've spoken enough about him and I always talk a lot about him. So over to you, Toastmaster Amit.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Fiona, for those lovely words and lovely introduction. And thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashrita, for announcing the incoming board members. A very good evening to all of you. Before I start with today's celebration, I would just like to read out a small story to all of you. Long time ago, a farmer took a big bag of seeds to sell at the market. Suddenly, the cart hit on a big stone and bump. One of the seed fell out of the bag and fell on the hot, dry ground. I'm scared, said the seed. I need to be safe under the soil. Just then, a buffalo walked on the seed and pushed it into the ground. I'm thirsty, said the seed. I need some water to grow. Just then, it started raining. The next morning, the seed had a little sprout, a green sprout. All day it sat in sun and grew. taller and taller. The next day, it had a first leaf. This helped it to catch more sunlight and grow. That evening, a hungry bird tried to eat it, but the seed had root to help it stay in the ground. Many years of sunshine and rain passed, and the seed became a plant, and the plant then became a tree. And today, if you visit that countryside, that very small seed has now become a big tree and helping other birds and animals in the nature to survive. Ladies and gentlemen, this story has taught me a lot, and there is a similarity to our Inspiron Club. It's always like a big ECG graph that we see ups and down and ups and downs, but still we are there here today celebrating our 10th anniversary. A big round of applause to all the board members and charter members for achieving a 10-year celebration. It is indeed a marvelous achievement by the club because of the support that we have from the Division F Toastmasters. It's only because of your love and the encouragement that we are still holding on, and we are going to be there on the top as a strong tree, supporting each other. I would like to read out a poem before I hand over the session to a very lovely table topic master whom we have today. The story, the poem is called Only Remembered by H. Bonar. It's written by Ira Senki. It says, fading away like the stars of the morning, fading away like the stars of the morning, losing their light in the glorious sun, losing their light in the glorious sun, thus would be pass from the earth and its toiling, thus would be pass from the earth and its toiling, only remembered, only remembered by what we have done, only remembered by what we have done. Dear Toastmasters, indeed, we as Toastmasters join various clubs, but we are always remembered by what we have done to the club and to the society and for the development of the members. Thank you so much for joining all you lovely people out there of Division F. I would like to welcome, there are many, I'm overwhelmed with joy of you all joining here today. I don't have an expressive word to say that I'm so happy to see all of you here today. Thank you so much for showing the love to this club, Inspiron. And we have today Toastmaster Srinivas. Toastmaster Srinivas has worked with me. How can I say worked with me? Was with me in my team as the VP Education. And I so badly wanted him back in the club. And somehow I have convinced him to join back the club, and he is back. And we have today him as the table topic master. And I handed over the session to Srinivas. Srinivas, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amit. Amit, can you confirm my voice is audible?
Your voice is audible. You need to adjust your head.
Yeah, I fixed it. All right. Thank you for the lovely introduction, Toastmaster Amit. Good evening, one and all. I'll be the table topic master for the day. So essentially, today's table topic is divided into three segments, which are different from one another. I will not mention what each segment is until it begins. However, I would want to mention common rules which we should follow across all the three segments. Firstly is the time. So the time you are allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. At the end of the first minute, the timer will show the green flag. At the end of 1.5 minutes, the timer will show the yellow flag. At the end of the second minute, the timer will show the red flag. Post which you will be given 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. Also, you must avoid talking about sex, religion, and politics. I request all the speakers to go on mute when a speaker is speaking. And I request all the table topic speakers to switch on their audio before they start speaking, if it is possible to do so. So let's just go right into segment 1. So before I explain what segment 1 is, I actually want 4 participants. So you may unmute yourselves and just let me know that you would want to take part.
Srinivas, 1 second.
Yeah.
Dear Toastmasters, we have our CGD Savita Salian, DTM, here with us today. She has got a RA meeting also next coming up, and I request her to say 2 words regarding Inspiron before she leaves.
Thank you, Amit, and thank you for accommodating me during this session. Dear members of Inspiron and guests, a very good evening to you. Well, I'm not here in the capacity of a CGD, but as a friend and the admirer of this club. So I have seen the way this club organizes its meetings. It's very interesting because of the planning and organizing, the way it goes about. I have seen the way you all have dug into your heels and refused to give up, especially Amit. This club seems to be his first love. Hope your wife is not listening. She will not spare me. It is mainly because of his will, determination, never to give up attitude that it has kept this Inspiron going. So hats off to you. And it is heartening to see the membership growing. Your dedication and passion for the movement is admirable, and I look forward to see the new members participate and enrich each other. This club has nurtured leadership, supported leaders, given wonderful leaders like area directors Jyotika, and of course the incoming DVD of the new division, that is Division L, Amit. So, and we have had division champions, Royal, Joel from your, what more can a club give you? Well, as you celebrate your 10th birthday, this is my 10th year also of Toastmasters. I'm not being nasty, but I want to mention this, that you all didn't accept me as a member. I came twice to join this evening club, and then I reluctantly joined Winners. No, I don't have any regrets. I'm very happy there, but I do need to mention. Well, Inspiron, this is the highest, this club has the highest fluctuating record of Division F. Either you come first or you come last. There's no consistency. So, but I have the confidence that this year onwards, at least this club will stabilize and you will carry on. So do your great, do this. And I want to see this as a stable club. So do great work for yourself as well as the club, area, division, and district. You all have had the privilege of having the best of veterans as coaches. Veera and DTM, Bharti Shergur to guide and mentor you all through. So on your 10th birthday gives you an opportunity to reflect upon your proud history and achievement. May this club be a bedrock of motivation for many people who needs guidance in public speaking and leadership. Please accept my best wishes for a most memorable birthday celebration. Congratulations, members of Inspiron, Fiona and team, all the best to you. Yeah, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Amit,
Thank
we
you.
need to leave for a winners meet.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, I would just like to say
Please, yeah, 2 minutes.
2 words.
Yeah.
I don't know why Amit is caught up with 2 words. Okay,
V for victory. V for victory, yeah.
V for victory. I thought he said ಎರಡು ಮಾತು, 2 words.
And peace, and peace.
He's making noodles with him, instant noodles.
Aarti,
Yes.
on my behalf also, please say.
Yeah.
Yes,
Two
all
words,
right.
one from you.
All
So,
right,
so
Inspiron.
mine, Bharti. All three of us.
On behalf of who's ever half, 1/4, 3/4 is needed here.
One line
Yeah.
from
What can I say? As club coaches, Veera and I must be the happiest in the world. I don't know how many club coaches have gone from 11 members in a club to 30 members. Yesterday on the dashboard, there were 30. Am I not right, Amit?
Yes.
30 at Inspiron is big Inspiron. Jump up and celebrate. I celebrated and I wished all of you we were together and we had a meeting. If not in Suresh's house, somebody's house, somewhere, at least we were in the rain outside together. We could have celebrated and just by saying 30 of us are together. It's been a lovely year for us. I don't know how much we contributed, but I do know that both Veera and I as coaches and many other people, we were with Amit and Fiona and the rest. And when the meeting shifted to BM school, let me tell you, dear members, it's a lovely place there. And it's a busy street, car street, and there's a very great hotel outside also, some Pai Vihar somewhere. We can all go there after the meeting if we have meetings there. However, let's hope we have online meetings too, because we have members who are not from Mangalore. The speciality of Inspiron is Chota Packet, Bada Dhamaka. You have people who are champions of speeches and evaluations at not only club level, not only area level, but the division level. I'll never forget Royal's performance last year online, where he hit it extremely well. So we have had Srinivas, and you have given, as Savita said, people like starting from Divya Shri Gatti, where is Gatti? Gatti person was there in this club at one time.
Yeah.
You know, that contributes to the club's, quality and stature when you have people of that quality. And they keep coming back and they, we may leave clubs, but we never leave the club. We may join another club, that's all. And then you got Jyotika Shetty. Oh my God, international stature. Writer, evaluator, coach, corporate trainer. I don't know what are the epithets that I can call Jyotika. She is big with BIG. And then of course you have somebody like Amit. Dear Amit, I know that I nagged you. I have tried to nag in my house as a wife. That doesn't happen. But you, I have nagged every time there has been a text. How many members are there? Whom have you asked? Have you texted? Have you asked? Have you done this? It was like one big questionnaire to which he will give only one answer. Yes, no, tried, dum. That's it. So Amit and I had set a pattern for our conversation. Mine would be a big text. Amit's one word line. So that was it.
That's what a husband will answer. Yes, no.
Okay, that doesn't happen because I don't, text my husband, you see. So I don't know how that would happen. Inspiron, you're growing. You're a big baby now. 10 years is big. And now it's time you led other clubs. It's been a wonderful journey with you. Don't worry. Veera and I will be back, not as coaches. You will not need a coach, hopefully, after this, just as friends and admirers. Thank you very much, Amit, for the opportunity. Thank you, Inspiron members, for the love that you gave us.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I think now it's time.
Happy birthday to your 10th birthday.
Yeah, but when is the cake and the wine? Cake and wine?
Tomorrow, Lyra, tomorrow, DOTP, tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to. So happy birthday, all the best.
Thank you. Thank
Can
you
we
so
take
much.
leave?
Thank you so much, Veera. And thank you so much, Bharati.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. Bye, Suresh.
Yeah. Bye.
Yes, Srinivas, you can continue now.
Yeah. All right. So I request for people to unmute themselves and please nominate yourselves. Any further?
Kelvin, you want to try? Kelvin is there.
Yes, Amit, I can give it a try.
Kelvin is
Okay.
there.
I've got one.
Yes, after a long time, you have to speak now.
Okay, I'll give it a try. It's been a while.
All right. Two. I need two more.
We have Charita. We have Charita, our member. Charita.
Hi all. I was expecting this.
You have to.
This
You have to.
all.
You
Yeah,
have
of
to.
course, yeah.
I see Claire's hand go up as well.
Who is it?
Yeah, that is Suman. Suman here.
Suman
All
is
right.
I'm logged in as Rochelle.
All right. So we got four. Okay, so it's one is Suman, one is Charita, one is Yash, and the other one, pardon me, is Calvin, right?
Kelvin.
All right. So Toastmaster Amit, as CEO Mori, I request you to assign numbers to these four speakers just to determine who goes first and who goes last.
Okay, it's number 1 to 4. Kelvin, which number you want? 1 to 4.
You don't ask them. You assign on your
I should
own.
assign. Okay.
Yeah.
4.
Okay. Charita will be 3. And then we have got Suman at 2. And then we have Yash
At 1.
number 1.
All right. All right. So let's just go into the segment 1. So in this segment, I will give you a question, and speaker 1 will have to narrate a story based on the question given, at the end of which the second speaker must continue, and so on. So all the speakers may create any story, may create any incidents, may exaggerate any incidents, can create any plot twist. So each speaker has the full liberty to create absolutely any story they wish. So for example, let's say we have 3 participants. Let's say we have 3 participants. Sorry, yeah. Let's say we have 3 participants, Toastmaster Amit, Royal, and Divya. Let's say Amit was the first speaker, and the question I were to give him was, it was my first day in college, and I got off the bus and entered the classroom. So now Amit can create any story he wants from here. Like, for example, I entered the classroom and I met my childhood friend whom I never spoke to in a very long time. He sat at the back bench, and he can go on, create any storyline he wants from here. And at the end of which, the second speaker will have to continue from where Amit left off. So let's say he left off at, but towards the end, we had a fight, and then he pauses. And then now the second speaker will have to continue and make any story he or she feels fit from then on. And the trend has to go on till the last speaker. So is it clear to all the 4 speakers?
Yes.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
Okay. Let me remind you again, the time allotted to each speaker is 1 to 2 minutes. All right. So so Toastmaster Yash, I will be repeating the question twice, at the end of which you shall begin.
Okay.
So here goes. It's a slightly long question. So yeah, I'll say it. I'll read it very slowly. After a little bit of push from my mentors, I agreed to give my icebreaker at Inspiron. But I got super busy and did not get time to prepare at all. Saturday arrived and I reached late due to the rain. I was super nervous and anxious, but when I entered the door, to my surprise, so let me repeat the question. After a little bit of push from my mentors, I agreed to give my icebreaker at Inspiron, but I got super busy and did not get time to prepare at all. Saturday arrived and I reached late due to the rain. I was super nervous and anxious, but when I entered the door, to my surprise.
Okay, before I start, this actually happened to me. I had avoided my icebreaker twice or thrice, and the 4th time my mentor did push me to come up on the stage and speak about it. So to my surprise, yes, I was not expecting it to be as easy. As tough as it was supposed to be. So I just went on the stage, thinking that there's no one in the crowd. I held the paper in my hand and just went behind the podium, thinking that at least my body language, which I'm not that great at, which I was not great at that time, would be hidden. And I spoke it off all over the podium. And to my surprise, again, I was not expecting a good response, but I did get a very good response from the club about my speech. That is because I was a part of a club which always appreciates anyone and everyone who is there, and they do what a good judgment and evaluation of the speaker over there. They tell the plus points and the good things about people which they themselves have never realized about. It's a good way. Inspiron has always supported people to give it a try every time and improvise. There's always scope of improvement in our club. Well, I'm not marketing the club right now, but this is what my experience in the club was. And I did get a little bit nervous, as I remember, since it was my first speech, prepared speech at the club. But overall, I got a very overwhelming response from the club members, and I did feel it gave me a push in my public speaking skills. That I would like to thank Inspiron for that. Yeah, that is it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yash. So now, Toastmaster Suman, you'll have to continue from there.
I have to continue where he stopped.
Yeah, you need to continue from there.
So on the same topic, or?
Yeah, on the same topic.
No, the continuation, or I have to start all over again about what?
No, you'll have to continue from where he ended it.
Yeah, so I gave my icebreaker speech, and I was a bit nervous, but I never bothered about no, about anyone or anything. So I thought to myself, like, no, I should not be nervous, and I have to talk my heart out, because this is one. This is an opportunity for us to speak without worrying about what others will think about us. So I've come here and I've joined this Toastmaster to improve on my communication skill, to improve on my confidence, and I have decided that, I mean, I always used to feel like whenever I used to speak up, I used to bother about what others will think. Others will laugh at me about what I speak. Might be I will not articulate well about what I want to communicate. But after I stood in front of the audience, I slowly started removing all those thoughts and started speaking confidently, without the fear of without the fear of and after that experience, now I feel that I've become more confident. I whenever, like, when someone asks me to speak, might be in the table topic, I'm not fearful anymore. I feel like, no, I've removed. I'm fearless while I speak in a public. There is a lot on my part to improve myself. So I'm very sure, like, through this platform, I would be able to come out of my all the negative things that I have in my mind. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suman. Charita, you'll have to go from there.
Yeah, first of all, it's so good to see you all after so long. I think after like 2 years. It's so good to see you all. Like, I just got that Josh back again, the college days. I've been remembering those college days. So yeah, speaking about the fears in mind, right? That is where the last speaker had left. So yeah, public speaking was a very big thing for me from the beginning. I actually loved it, but I was like really scared about it. But then I approached Kirtana, Toastmaster Kirtana, who's not here today, I guess. And she told me about Inspiron. And I think coincidentally, my first speech was not icebreaker, it was table topic speech in Inspiron. And I won the best table topics speaker on that day. And that was like, it felt really, really good. And coming to my icebreaker, I just prepared 2 days before the icebreaker. I sat in my classroom in college and I have written a huge speech of three pages. And then I think I was the first person to come to the club on that day. And I set the chairs. I mean, it was such a wholesome feeling in Inspiron that you come there, you set the chairs and you come early and then everybody starts coming in. It's like a very wholesome feeling, you know. And then the first icebreaker, I was really, really scared. But then what happened was I was actually great on the stage. I don't know how I managed to do it. And I don't know, unfortunately, or maybe unfortunately, that was the only speech I gave at Inspiron. I was always interested in emceeing for all the meetings, but that was the only speech I gave at Inspiron, but that turned out to be really, really great. And that's all. It was like really good to see you all today here. Over to you, Srinivas.
Thank you, Toastmaster Charita. Toastmaster Calvin, you need to start from there.
Talking about icebreakers or table topics, I've never really been on a stage to participate in an event. I'm 19 years old and I've been on a stage only to collect my most notorious child award, something related to notoriety. And I've never done public speaking, and I look forward. This is my first meeting as a member of Inspiron, and I'm looking forward to cherish the journey ahead under the guidance of these coaches. And that's it, Srinivas.
Thank you, Toastmaster Calvin. So that brings an end to the first segment. Now let us go to the next segment. So this segment is going to be like a regular table topic session. I would prefer if only current or past Inspiron members nominate themselves in this segment. So who would like to go first? You can unmute yourselves in this session. Hi.
Would you go, Suresh?
Okay.
Jacob, sir. Suresh Matthias.
Who's it going to be? So we'll have
Ashrita.
Yeah, okay, go on.
Okay.
How many you want, Srinivas?
No, we have another segment. So, I mean, I can go with all the three. I think Toastmaster Ashrita, Toastmaster Jacob, and Toastmaster Suresh, I think they agreed. So we'll go with these three for now. So first, I think Toastmaster Jacob was the one who said yes. So, Toastmaster Jacob, here is your question. Describe how you would convince your friend, relative, or colleague to join Inspiron. If someone has or had joined because of you, you may share how you convince them. Let me repeat the question. Describe how you would convince your friend, relative, colleague to join Inspiron. If someone has or had joined because of you, you may share how you convince them. You may share that experience.
Thank you, Table Topic Masters and my dear Toastmasters. I will tell you about not Inspiron, my previous club. It was like there was in Bahrain, there was a club called Kerala Engineers Forum, which was called Keen for Toastmasters. I was a member till 2018 when I came and here joined Inspiro. I think it was so difficult for me to convince anybody there. I had been president 2 times, vice president education 2 times, but in all the years I convinced only one person to join it, and he is still there. His name is Subramaniam. Okay, he used to come to our office to do some software modification, and we became quite good friends. And he was a mechanical engineer plus chartered accountant. So I told him, you come, at least let me show one person. I made them to join the club. Anyway, finally he came. And after he came, he was one of the best speakers in the group. He used to, when he started to speak, he will quote some Sanskrit words, which we never could understand. But then he will translate in English. And it continued. And later we had, me and him had a lot of political arguments. We formed a separate group called Keen for Debate Club, which exists till now. In that club, we have about 10 or 15 members who will argue on anything. And it is still continuing, which keeps me alive because we can say anything, argue with them, and it turned out to be a good one. I think that Keen for Debate Club, we are still continuing. And it is not actual debates, it's actually fighting with each other. I mean, if you come to the basics. And that's it. I think that is my contribution to creating a member in one of the clubs. Back to the table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jacob. I think Toastmaster Suresh agreed to go next. So Toastmaster Suresh, here is your question. What, according to you, makes Inspiron different? Let me repeat the question. What, according to you, makes Inspiron different?
Okay, is this meant to be a 2-minute this thing? It's part of the table topics.
Correct, yeah. So you have 1 to 2 minutes to speak on this.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I think I'm happy I got this question because being the charter member, I think, I don't know, it's maybe divine thing I got it. So it gives me a chance to tell you how it actually took shape. The Inspiron today, I mean, is testimony with 30 members and 10 years birthday's testimony to the journey it's gone through and with a lot of things. A couple of the seniors spoke about the ups and downs that went through. What is different, I think, is if I've got to answer you specifically in this 2-minute time slot, would be an Inspiron is a bit of a mix. It's got like right from the older people to the youngsters. It's got a lot of students. It's got people who have graduated from engineering and who have left. Because of the mix, you've got people that come back to the club. And even though, I mean, now with the technology, you've got people from all over the world, and I'm sure a lot more would have also joined if they had known this. Maybe we're not connected. But I think that youth and that spirit of young, I think the youthful spirit is what drives this club. I think I've been a little bit, it's been possible for me to have meetings in my house, include jeeps, include, opening a beer maybe at the end of it all. And I think that's the mix that we remember it. So as a family, I think we have grown quite well. And I like whoever said that it is a family club and it's something that you'll always look forward to. Certainly good. I unfortunately, I couldn't continue with the club, but would be happy to come down anytime as a guest. And of course, I find it very difficult to remember anymore my speeches. So I get spanked for it in the last few speeches I made at different clubs. I kept looking at my notes and I realized maybe it's time to retire. But having said that, my heart is still very much with Inspiron and I wish it the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suresh. So I think the next person to go is Toastmaster Ashrita. So Toastmaster Ashrita, here is your question. How has becoming a member at Inspiron helped you? Let me repeat the question. How has becoming a member at Inspiron helped you?
Well, thank you so much. And well, the purpose of our lives is to be happy. So the one purpose which Inspiron has given is to be happy. And what more can I ask for? I mean, whatever little thing we used to do back then during the offline meetings was done with so much of the appreciation, and we have put so much of effort. And the end of it, at the end of the meeting, we were so happy that we had, we got through another meeting. And every meeting of Inspiron was to bring out the best in each member whom we had back then. Of course, today I can see a lot of members. We have Suresh sir who's there, and we had some of the best memories of Inspiron. And this is another point which I have gained from Inspiron. So many friends like Suresh sir, Divyashri, Charita is here, the Srinivas Pai, all of them bring back fond memories when we used to have our offline meetings. There were times when people used to enjoy coming there just because they felt at home. Inspiron, the venue was Sir's residence. I think his relative, who had provided us with the venue, which looked so much like this Govan houses, and I really enjoyed each day coming there and having the meeting. So thank you for the opportunity. And I think most of us now, the main purpose, of course, being health, the main priority, I think being happy, and happiness is what Inspiron has given me, I can say so far. So thank you so much. Over to you, Srinivas.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashrita. So that concludes segment 3. So now let's move on to the next segment. So I've got a couple of questions, I think, depending on the time. I think 30 minutes was allotted. I think we've taken about 15 minutes. So anyway, in the last segment, I will essentially show you a picture, and this picture will be from the past Inspiron meetings. You just need to describe the picture. You need to put forward your thoughts on how you think that meeting might have gone in case you haven't attended. In case you had attended, you can just narrate the incidents from your recollection. At the end of the day, you can speak whatever comes to your mind when you see that picture. So essentially, you just need to describe the picture. And the picture, like I said, is from a past Inspiron meeting. All right. So who's going to go? I need to share my screen. So whoever wishes to go first can nominate themselves. You can unmute yourselves and nominate yourselves. Who'd like to try?
One second, dude.
Narayan sir, we have Narayan sir with us. He is the incoming PQD and our active sister Tripunithura Toastmaster member. Sir, would you like to try?
Can you repeat what should I do? Sorry.
You need to describe the picture. So I'm going to show you pictures. I'm going to show you a picture which was taken from the past Inspiron meeting. You need to essentially describe that picture. You need to tell how you think that meeting might have gone. So basically, you just need to say whatever comes to your mind when you see the picture.
Okay, please tell me the picture.
All right. Firstly, can you see my screen?
Yeah, not the picture.
Yeah.
You can't see the picture.
Yeah. No, I haven't displayed it yet. All right. So again, reminding you, you have 1 to 2 minutes. All right.
Yeah. Good. And meanwhile, who is the timer? Can I see the timer?
Timer is Larson.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
You may start, Toastmaster Narayan.
No, I couldn't see the screen.
Are you not able to see it?
No. What about others? Can all others?
No.
Can see?
Not really.
Just a second. Okay, how about now?
Yes.
Now we can see it.
Yeah.
All right. You may proceed.
Thank you, Table Topics Master. It's a wonderful picture indeed. I always used to say that the most important and entertaining session, as far as I am concerned, in a Toastmasters Club meeting is not the prepared speech, not the table topics, no, not the evaluation, but the interval session where we used to get the tea and snacks. Most of the times I used to go to the meetings only for this session, not for any other session. This is the session where the networking, friendship, camaraderie, everything happens. So I believe that more than anything else in the Toastmasters Club meeting, this interval session or tea session, that keeps us the bonding of Toastmasters Club much more. When we see the present situation, we all say that no, we are not enjoying the virtual meeting. The physical meeting is better. What is the actual thought behind that? I think this is that actual session. I am really jealous of Inspiron Toastmasters when seeing this tea and snacks sharing. So what it is, some nostalgic memories came in my mind when I used to go to the Advanced Toastmasters of Kerala and Tripundra Toastmasters Club. We had a time we also enjoyed like this. We lost it, and I would like to get this again in my life. See how those girls are enjoying. It is really. Now I feel jealous about Inspiron Toastmasters Club. See, whenever we are organizing such meeting, please invite me also. I'll be there to share this joy. There's no wonder how Amit Ananda got 30 members. See, when seeing this picture, definitely anyone would like to attend your meeting. So I think this may be the secret why you got the 30 members. Show the picture and market it, and you'll get, instead of 30, you'll get 16 next year. Over to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Narayan. So who would like to go next?
Kavita Kamath, are you there?
I was just thinking.
Would you like to try, Toastmaster Kavita?
I would try.
All right. So are you able to see the picture?
Yes.
Yeah. You may proceed.
Okay. Good evening, Toastmasters, and congratulations, Inspiron. When I joined Mangalore Toastmasters, and I thought I should go to some other club. The first club I visited was Inspiron, and I still remember that small place where I went. But there was so much of warmth and happiness in there. No wonder it is reaching 10 years today and having 30 members. Kudos Inspiron on that. And see how they're enjoying the meetings. And I'm sure this is not the place where they usually meet. This must be a joint meeting, if I'm not wrong, because this is at Sahodaya, because I can't miss this place because Mangalore Toastmasters has meetings here. And to my notice, I would call this a meeting where we need to discuss about the MOT and we need to know about the club. And one of the members has to get up and speak from one group and allow us to know how the club has to reach to a greater height. I can see some old members and some members from other clubs also. At the end of the day, Toastmaster brings in passion, which you have in yourself. And it's a great joy to be one amongst this particular platform. And I'm sure you, Inspiron, have no regrets to be members here in this club where you have people from all kinds of places and criterias. But at the end of the day, have that love, warmth, and happiness, which is there amongst each one of you. I know you have people like Amit and Ashita. I still remember her when we had to travel together, and Jyotika, of course, a senior member. I'm glad. It's, I can still see each member sitting there on that chair, holding on that chair and enjoying each moment of MOT. And that oneness amongst you is showing in this picture. And I'm sure this has created a way to go, and you will bring up more happiness and more camaraderie amongst yourself. And good luck to you, Inspiron, on that. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kavita. In fact, you did get some of the elements right. It was an MOT session conducted in Sahodhya on 24th August 2014.
Thank you.
Also, about the previous picture, I forgot to mention, it was the 189th meeting. It was a potluck meeting conducted at IIPP Hall on 26th November 2018. I had attended that meeting, and I remember we had a lot of dishes.
Yes,
I remember Ashita's.
You walked a lot.
I remember Amit made biryani, Toastmaster Ashita made cheese balls. I remember
You remember everything.
Fiona made chicken salad. I remember we had a lot of nice dishes.
You bought budgies something from Car Street.
Correct. Right, correct. That's right. All right. So who wants to go next?
Molly, would you want to try?
If you promise me biryani and budgies and all that stuff, yes, then I will take it. Because on a lockdown day, you're showing us food, you're showing us social gatherings, and here I'm drooling. Yes, Srinivas, good to see you. Good evening, Inspiron Toastmasters, all of you. Narayanan, and I see Jyotika and Suresh, definitely you're coming back. Yeah.
All right. So can you see the picture?
Okay. Yeah. Good evening, Toastmasters, especially Inspiron Toastmasters. I just now said that on a lockdown day, you show us pictures of food and social gatherings, and now you show us picnics, something that is prohibited. We are not allowed to get out of our houses. I've not seen the beach in the last 4 months. And here I am watching the beautiful beach. I love water. Happiness comes in waves. And that's where my heart is. I need vitamin C all the time. I would love to have my little hut by the seaside. If anyone has, please invite me, where you can feel the water, you can feel the open space, you can feel nature. I'm a nature lover. I love nature. I love anything in nature, the trees, the plants, the birds, the water, the sand. And I love people. You all know me very well, how much I love people. I'm someone who would always enjoy music and dance and chit chat with anyone. I can even talk to a rock whenever possible. So the happiness that is there in picnics, in friendship, in playing with families and building relationships, I think that's visible in this. I don't know when you have taken it, but then definitely visible in this picture. Thank you so much, Srinivas, and good to see you here.
Thank you. Likewise, Toastmaster Molly. So owing to time, actually I had 3 more topics. I'll cut it short, and so yeah, I will cut it short to 2. So yeah, we've got last 2 topics. So who would like to try? Also, before anyone nominates themselves, that was actually a beach meeting which was conducted on 22nd April 2019. So yeah, can we have our last 2 volunteers?
Yes, we have DTM Joe. Thank you so much for joining, Joe.
Hi, Toastmaster Joe. So before I proceed, actually, funny thing, I actually just saw your Tall Tales video of you speaking about Samir Naik. It's actually a good session. So just saw it today, and it's actually nice to see you attend our meeting.
Thank you, Srinivas.
So,
I just joined, so I was just trying to figure out what it was by the time I got the table topics. Yes.
all right. All right. So let me just repeat the rules. Basically, I'm going to show a picture from an old Inspiron meeting, and you'll have to just describe how you think that meeting might have gone. All right.
Joe, we just finished one picture with you hogging a bhaji. Okay.
And I have displayed the picture on the screen, and you may proceed.
Just before I start, who's the timer? Sorry.
Timer is Larson. I'll pin.
Sure, got it. Weekends for me used to be really weak, W-E-A-K, if not for Inspiron meetings on Saturdays. I used to Mangalore, I used to call myself as a traveling Toastmaster who is not actually from Mangalore, but my home away from home used to be Inspiron Toastmasters Club on Saturdays. So I finished my session at Nete by noon. I traveled to the city and then attend Inspiron meeting, and that night I traveled back to Coimbatore. This used to be my routine for almost a year. But I don't think this meeting, I had a session and I was there. Otherwise, just like if not for all these props, at least with the bhaji, you would have seen me in the picture. So I'm definitely had missed this meeting, but I could see there is so much of fun. Though they are trying to scare all of us, the theme could be something like a Halloween. So that could be, or I think I can see a lot of superheroes also there. However, they are not scaring us. They are just trying to make and have a lot of fun. And let me tell you, in this meeting, you could see a lot of props and through which we could guess them as superheroes. But something which is like a thumb rule or something which works the best for Inspiron Toastmasters Club is, even other than this meeting, even without any of these costumes and props, every single member who has brought Inspiron to this 10th anniversary is a superhero. Just like how we say, not all superhero need cape. That is how exactly Inspiron Toastmasters is. I do remember, I do understand there were times when we were struggling with less membership, but the best part is we just don't give up. And that is exactly the reason why we are here as superheroes at our 10th anniversary. And I'm happy that I'm here. And this is my first ever meeting as a TTM. And I'm happy that I'm able to share it here with the superheroes of Inspiron. Over to you, Srinivas.
Thank you, Toastmaster Joe. That meeting was conducted on 5th May 2016. That picture was featured in the newsletter Inspiron Ensemble. If anyone wants to check that newsletter out, you can ping me. I can share it to you. So we got our last topic for the day, and who's willing to take this up? Last topic.
Amita Shetty, are you there?
I was hoping that you won't call out my name when you.
All right. Okay, so Toastmaster Amit is going to hate me for this. But yeah, I hope you can see the picture.
Oh my God.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can proceed.
I'll definitely kill you for this.
Thank you, Amit, for choosing me. Okay, good evening. And first of all, let me congratulate Inspiron and Amit and the entire team on the milestone celebration. And coming to this picture, Amit and Jeevan, you're looking so hot in this move, both of you all in sari. I must say that. And I guess this is a fashion show going on, some kind of a game with both of you dressed up, and everyone seems to be cheering, and there's some catwalk, ramp walk going on. And I'm sure and the blouse, that sari looks awesome, very beautiful sari, Amit. I think Jeevan looks like you all look like, Devrani and Jetani kinds, these serials. Both of you all together look so amazing. It's like a soap